Give us a third one.
We got Javonte Williams at RB10 ADP. Evan has him ranked as RB10. Dalton has him ranked as RB16.
Got it.
1-6.
Got it.
All right, Evan, you can go first.
So, my opponent has Javonte Williams ranked at RB16. With Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback, with Melvin Gordon splitting the reps basically 50-50 with a slight edge to Melvin Gordon last year, he finished as the RB17 last year. Yes, I know he had great health. That is part of it. But we've talked about this before. The health will probably regress. I think the volume should go up for him in year 2. Here's what we know he can improve on, just even if the volume isn't crazy for him this year. Melvin Gordon had 20 attempts inside the 10-yard line last year. That's 11th in the league. Javonte was 21 attempts, 4 touchdowns. But you look at the full red zone splits, it was 48-35 in favor of Melvin Gordon. I'd be pretty surprised if this year 2 budding star is outworked in the red zone. And actually, down the stretch last season, it was 8-5 Javonte in the last 4 games of the season, looking at red zone opportunities. Denver is going to be a better offense. There's going to be more scoring opportunities, more yardage opportunities. I think between the two, Javonte Williams is quietly the more talented receiving back of these two. He, in the one game without Melvin Gordon, had 9 targets, 6 receptions against the Chiefs. I think the volume should see a slight uptick. But even if we don't get that, we've talked about predictive metrics here. He's number 1 in the last 10 years in highest rate of missed tackles forced by a rookie. There have been differing opinions on how the workload's going to go. One beat writer has said Melvin Gordon's the clear backup, competing with Mike Boone. The other saying Javonte. I just think if it's 60-40, I have little trouble seeing Javonte living up to this rank. And we have upside for more, which is what's baked into this rank. We have upside for a workhorse. Two minutes on the clock for Mr. Willie.
This is one of the scarier ranks that I put out. I've been a fan of Javonte Williams since last year after watching him at the University of North Carolina. He has a backfield mate who is no slouch. And in fact, Melvin Gordon is incredibly talented. Last year, Melvin Gordon had an 83.4 rushing grade, which was 9th amongst 50 backs in the NFL. His yards per carry was 16th in the NFL. His yards after contact was tied for 16th. And his missed tackles forced per missed carry was 10th. I mean, this is a truly amazing player playing behind Javonte Williams, and that's no discount to Javonte. Now, I know there have been conflicting reports about who's leading this backfield. I do expect Javonte Williams to be the leader of it, but I also expect total opportunity for running backs to go down. Since 2016, Nathaniel Hackett has called 7 offenses. In those, every offense has had a pass rate of 60% or more but once. Last year, Denver had the 7th highest rush rate over expectation, meaning their running backs got a lot of opportunity, gave them a lot of ability to get in it. This year, I don't expect that to be the case. It's been very clear that this is Russ's offense, and that's where things get a little more concerning because Russ has not been a red zone quarterback. Russ has been a deep ball quarterback. In his last 5 years in the NFL, Russell Wilson has only had a 42% TD rate in the red zone. This team will score a lot of points, but I think a lot of those points are going to be scored outside of the red zone. And then most importantly, Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams are both competing for this coaching staff. They weren't drafted by this organization by either of them. Melvin Gordon was brought back on a contract. I expect another 50-50 split, and everybody I have in front of Javonte Williams already has workhorse duties in their offense, and I'm just not willing to rank him any higher until he's going to be the one getting the work, especially with such a talented back standing right behind him.
So Aaron Jones has workhorse opportunities? I'm not so sure about that. Okay.
Aaron Jones is going to catch 100 passes this year.
Two questions for you. Do you know who is second in the NFL right now, active running backs in most carries?
It's Melvin Gordon.
It's Melvin Gordon. Okay. That's one red flag for Melvin Gordon. Second question. Do you not think that a better offense equaling more plays could probably offset slightly lower volume, like percentage wise overall, running the ball because I think it will.
I would if I was willing to give Javonte the red zone role, which I'm not going to. I think Melvin Gordon performed just as good, if not better, than Javonte in the red zone last year.
Last question. How long did it take? Now I've got 3.
He
I
did
made
say
it.
two.
I made one up in my mind right now. How long did it take this Broncos front office to bring Melvin Gordon back?
It took an extended period of time, but I think that was just an indication of the running back market, not necessarily of Melvin Gordon's skills. And I think Melvin Gordon was looking for a bigger payday.
And he couldn't get it. I wonder why that is.
Well, no running backs got it except for Chase Edmonds somehow.
Okay, Johnny.
And on that note, I am gonna go with Evan with the single win there because of the 3 additional questions he asked at the end.